Hey, this is Joel Jamieson, 8 Weeks Out TV, and this week's performance tip, we're going to talk about how to prevent ankle injuries by strengthening the entire ankle and foot complex. One of the first and most important things you can do is to strengthen and improve the elasticity of the entire ankle joint complex, and what better way to do that than with a jump rope. Now you'll also notice he's barefoot, and barefoot warm up, kind of low intensity progressions and low level bounds are something we use a lot in training, and I think that a lot of people focus on barefoot running, but really it's the low level barefoot hopping that's going to make a big difference in strengthening your ankles, and it's part of the reason we see very few MMA athletes with serious ankle problems, because they train barefoot on those mats all the time. So a few things to point out, just go ahead and start jumping, Howie. Okay, so one most important thing is we see that he's on the ball of his foot. We're looking for good elasticity. We're looking for good motion and movement through the ankle complex. You know, he's not spending a lot of time on the ground. He's quick, he's fluid, nice rebound. And that's really what we're looking to improve, is that elastic rebound through the entire foot and ankle complex. Okay, you can see he's got a good, nice motion. Now, the other thing that's nice about the jump rope is we can start to mix things up. We can do single leg jumps, okay, alternating. He can do back and forth. He can do one side for 60 seconds, minute, 2 minutes, or he can do short kind of alternating hops. You can do forward movement. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, first time.
Suck it out. All right, you can do forward movements and just working forward, backward motions to strengthen the ankle in different directions. You can do lateral hops. Okay, that's good. You can do combinations thereof, or you can make little boxes, or the old school dot drills. Okay, it's not exactly easy, but he's figuring it out as he goes. Nice. Okay, that's good, Howie. So really just, there's a variety of stuff you can do with a jump rope, and it's one of the most important ways to strengthen the ankle and prevent ankle injuries. And it's so versatile. You do forward, backwards, lateral, single leg, double leg. I mean, you can do so many different things with it. That we'll use it generally in the warm-up period, anywhere from a 3 to 5 minute jump rope time, either on some sort of rubber like this, or field turf, or some sort of good surface for doing it. But I think jump ropes have been neglected over the years, and they're a great, great way to prevent ankle injuries, and something you should definitely improve. Will definitely improve your ankles if you use them in the warm-up as well. So next thing, let's take a look at the bands. All right, so the band exercises are another great way to strengthen your ankle. And again, the nice thing about these is they're just a few dollars to do, and you can do them in a couple minutes during your warm-up or during your cool-down. Now, one of the most important things is making sure you have a band that will give sufficient tension. Okay, if you're not getting any real tension out of the band, you're really not going to strengthen the ankle complex a whole lot. So you want to have a nice thick band. This is a jump stretch band, and these usually work the best. They come in different sizes, so they're really ideal for this thing. The main thing you want to do is make sure that you wrap it around the top of the foot, and you do a complete circle, and make sure it's nice and even there. Okay, so it's formed a nice tight circle around the top of his ankle, or top of his foot, I mean. He's going to pull that nice and tight, and the first thing we're going to do is just simple dorsiflexion. He's going to pull the band to give him quite a bit of tension, and just do nice dorsiflexion as far as he can go, all the way in, all the way back out. And the key thing is making sure that he's getting good, even tension throughout the range of motion, that he's going through the full range of motion, and that he's putting enough tension on the ankle there to actually get some work out of it. I mean, it should feel fatiguing. It shouldn't feel like an easy exercise to do. We'll generally do 15 to 20 of these exercises, or this particular movement, and then we'll move on to some other ones. The next one being, he's going to go ahead and just let go of the outside one a little bit, or release tension. He's going to pull hard on the inside one. Okay, and he's going to start rotating the ankle. Basically, you can just explain to the athletes to rotate their foot away from them towards the outside. So you want to think of an axis going straight through his foot. He's going to literally try to rotate through that axis and press against the resistance created by the band. All he has to do is just lighten up on this one, pull tight on the inner band, and he should feel that in the outer part of his calf as he's rotating out. Of course, starting to feel that? Nice. Next one you can do, pull on the outside one, and of course just do the exact opposite movement of that. He's going to release tension on the inner band, pull nice and tight in the outer band. He's going to rotate again, that same plane of motion, that same vertical axis going down his foot. He's just going to rotate towards the center of his body. And again, he's going to feel in a different part of the calf. But we're really trying to strengthen as many different ranges of motion through the ankle and the foot complex as possible. And this is another good one. Okay, next, we'll have him pull on both bands. Okay, and we're going to have him bring his knee up to 90 degrees to work more of the soleus. He's going to bring it up over the knee completely. Pull it nice and tight, and just like a gas pedal, we'll explain to him, he's going to push straight down. Again, all the way up, good, nice full range of motion. So again, the key to all these, you're looking for full range of motion. Sometimes you need to adjust that, but you're looking for nice full range of motion throughout the activity. You're looking for a good amount of tension from the band. And generally, like I said, you should feel it fatiguing. The athlete should feel it working, or you should feel it working. Otherwise, it's probably not doing much. And this is not a 2-pound band exercise. You should feel this working throughout your entire foot and ankle. And again, you're wanting to shoot for anywhere from 15 to 20 reps. Generally speaking, when you first start working with these, you'll just do maybe 1 set through, either before your workout as a warm-up or at the end as a cool-down. You can progress to 2, maybe 3 sets as your ankles get stronger, and of course you can increase the size of the band as well. So let's take a look at the next exercise, and that's the kettlebell foot lift. All right, so this last exercise we're going to show you today for your foot and ankle complex. It's just a kettlebell foot lift. It's one that's not done very often, but it's an old school Russian exercise, and it's one of the original exercises the Russians used kettlebell specifically for. And really the idea is you're going to get some ankle work on 2 levels. First, of course, your ankle is going to be worked on the foot that's lifting the kettlebell up. You're going to get obviously work through your hip flexors and your entire hip as well. But you're also going to get some stability work on the ankle that's on the ground, keeping you upright as you're lifting the kettlebell on and off the object. So we've got just a 15-pound kettlebell here, not a super high bench, but enough to give them some work. And just like it sounds, you're just going to lift the kettlebell with your foot up onto the bench, okay, and then back down. Do a few reps of that and you'll feel it real quick. But he's having to stabilize on both levels, and then to make things more challenging, you can obviously increase the height of the bench, you can increase the weight of the dumbbell. Sometimes we'll have athletes step back just a little bit, okay, and having to reach farther as they go and maintain that stability as they do it. And you can see it in the workout. You can see the feet actually gripping the ground. You can see the ankle stabilizing against the changing movement of the kettlebell. And it's just a good kind of all-around exercise for your foot and ankle complex. And again, it's something you can incorporate into your warm-up, anywhere from 10 to 20 reps each leg. You're starting to feel that.
Big time.
But generally, a couple sets, 2 to 3 sets of that, paired with any of the other exercises we showed you. And it's going to go a long way towards strengthening the foot and ankle. And aside from just injury prevention, aside from making sure your ankle is strong enough to not roll, the foot and ankle are really where the ground contact force initiates. It's a huge important part of generating force against the ground and being able to propel yourself forward and lateral in every other direction you might be going as an athlete. So it's also one of the most important areas that you train, and I'm a big believer that it's one of the most under-trained parts of the body, particularly in American sports. In the European system and the Soviet Union in particular, they spent a huge amount of time focusing on development of foot and ankle from childhood all the way through professional athletes, and I think it's an underutilized tool here, or underutilized area I should say, and it's something we focus a lot on. So again, it doesn't have to take a lot of time. It can be part of your warm-up, part of your cool-down, part of your accessory lifts, however you want to fit it in there, but really it can be something you can incorporate almost daily or into most of your workouts, and I guarantee you spend 5-10 minutes doing this a few days a week, and it's going to pay off in terms of stronger ankles, better mobility, better stability, and better strength and power. So see you next week on next week's performance tips. Thanks again for watching. I'm Joel Jamieson for 8 Weeks Out TV. Most coaches and athletes really don't understand what conditioning is or how to develop effective training programs to include it. And the truth is that conditioning is often the difference between winning and losing.
Conditioning seems to be given short shrift, and nobody speaks about it with confidence like he does.
I created the BioForce Certified Conditioning Coach course to solve all these problems and more.
I've done tons of other certifications. Nobody does this.
I've put over 15 years of work and understanding to give coaches a step-by-step guide to maximize performance for each and every athlete.
I'm taking a lot with me, so I couldn't write fast enough.
It was great. It really fit in well with my schedule.
Joel's information is so valuable.
With my clients, the results that I got were amazing. I never thought possible.
This is the key to winning. This is the key to success.
Just beyond my imagination.